going on, shenaniganders? It's been a little while, hasn't it? Well, there is a reason for that. I tweaked my back, and I really haven't been down here doing anything for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Thursday, so kind of like 4 days. For 2 days there, I couldn't really move very much, so I just took it easy, and I should have picked a lighter hobby, right? Stamp collecting or tiddlywinks, checkers maybe, but no, I picked pinball, and my back was kind of been messy for the last couple years anyway, so yeah, I was out of commission for a bit there. Didn't want to do any heavy lifting or even walking for that matter for a while, so first time down in the games room for a little bit, and I have a few little tweaks I want to do. I don't have any major projects to work on yet, but hopefully soon. I do have someone coming to check out the old AC/DC tonight. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. So, now I don't know if he's planning on taking it with him, but if he does, that means I can bring home a new toy, and I've got one in mind. I didn't do any shenanigan recordings on it, so you didn't see the action. This happened about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. It's been kind of on my want list for many years, but I finally got one. I paid up for it. Whirlwind. The storm is coming. Return to your home. I think it says that. And unfortunately, the whole fan effect I'm not going to be able to get because I got a short basement, but so I might have to take the topper off. But because that's been on my want list for so long, it's going to kind of hijack the queue, and it's going to be kind of like in number one position probably. Because the last couple I've kind of been like Hurricane, I knew that I was not a keeper, so I was fixing it up so I can check it out, enjoy it. I still got to do a gameplay video on that actually, and then move that one down the line. But now I'm kind of thinking I should do one for me, which is Whirlwind. So I think if AC/DC does sell, I can do Whirlwind in this spot. And then once I'm done with Hurricane, that'll leave a space for something else, and we can kind of figure out what we want to throw in that spot. So the last video I did was Saturday when I had some of the boys and girls over and we played some pin golf. That was really fun. And we just played, we only were able to do one round just because, I don't know, we did smoke breaks and chatting, and but we did play every machine. One 4-player game on each, and so the only things, let's switch you around here, on the to-do list. Hey, my flash is on? I thought I wasn't allowed to have flash on with my mic. Oh well, I guess it's good. 2 tiny things. Skateball drop target. It kind of stuck up, and I know how to fix that, I believe. And Hurricane up kicker at the back there, I thought when Julie was playing, I thought I heard it struggling to kick the ball up. No, it's the juggler kick out right there. And I believe that's the same kicker. When I first found the machine, the roll pin was kind of slipping off of the plunger there, where it connects the plastic piece to the metal piece. So that roll pin was kind of slid out and was catching the switch. So I don't know if the roll pin slid out again or what, or it needs an alignment or a tweak or what. So I got to investigate that, see if I can catch it in the act again. And I think that's it for Hurricane. I mean, other than installing the topper, which I can't really do. I guess I could maybe fold the head down and then install it, which is very doable. I might have to shove the machine back a little bit so I have the clearance to fold the head down. And I'm not going to really be doing a whole lot of shoving right now of 300-pound items, so that can wait. But, so I gotta check that up kicker. I gotta check this drop target here. Sometimes just the little slits in the metal bracket, there's like a metal lever that pops up every time, and that lever hits the metal bracket, and over time it makes that groove a little bit longer and longer and longer, and then it actually forces up the target a little too much. So I'm going to take a look at that and I'll show you what I find. And then I figured it's about time to lubricate my Johnny Mnemonic glove, only because it's been a while since I did it. And there's that little track right back there. I don't know if I remember if I read it or I heard it, but you're supposed to lubricate that, and I've done it maybe a year ago or something, so I'll just add a little more super lube grease on that, keep Johnny happy. And that's kind of about it in the games room, like, to-do list. And then I'm excited to stick in the lower playfield. I guess what I'll do is I'll turn the machine on, make sure nothing blows up, then put it in the lower playfield, plug it in, see if anything blows up, and just kind of go step by step. But then at some point I'm going to need to put on the head. I'll have to see if maybe I can get Jamie for that. I think between the two of us, I should be okay to lift that. That alone is a heavy beast. And I don't know if you saw in the last video that this capacitor was testing all weird. Well, the good folks at Pinball Repair Help Group said, you can't test that in circuit. You need to disconnect one of the wires, which makes perfect sense. Every time I've tested a capacitor since having this little tool has actually been out of circuit. It didn't dawn on me that, hey, this is in circuit, silly. So I have a feeling that this might test good now. Alright, so I just removed the green wire, which is ground. And let's connect that to there. I've never really used this style of capacitor before. Kind of cool how you can just screw right on. This alligator teeth are hiding. Get out of there, gator. Let's see if I can get you on there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so what we want to see is a 12,000 microfarad rating, or close. Before it was given like 20,000. Let's see what happens here. I told the good folks in the Pinball Help group on Facebook there that I'd report back the results. So let's see what we get. Oh, that's the same reading I was getting before. So MF. It starts at UF, then it goes to MF. But for some reason I thought UF is microfarads, and isn't MF microfarads too? Hey, we're at 15, 18, 12, 20. Okay, so still I really have no clue what's going on. Maybe I'll disconnect the other lug. Should we just do that? Let's just do that. Out of curiosity here. What? Like, I don't know why it's so difficult for me to comprehend the microfarad and megafarad and UF versus MF versus MFD and capital M and small m and capital U and small, you know, it's just, it should be very simple, but I can't seem to comprehend it. Here we go. Not in circuit at all. And we got 20.454 microfarads. Here's the range. Somebody was asking what the range. 27 UF to 470 MF. So is that 47 microfarads? 47 microfarads to 470 megafarads? I don't know. Why? I gotta reread. People explained it to me very, very clearly, but I clearly didn't comprehend. So all I know is that when I've tested capacitors before, I never had this problem. It was, oh, boom, it's good. Boom, it's good. Boom, it's good. So maybe I'm just gonna change this. You know what? I'll go get another capacitor. Let's do that right now. I know I've gone off on a tangent here, but I'm curious now. I must figure this out. So I'll be right back with another capacitor. Okay, here we go. 15,000 microfarads, 35 volts. All right. Let's test this guy out and see what happens. Turn on our little meter. We're gonna need negative side is here, so that'll be black. All right. And then positive side. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so with 13.5 microfarads, right? Is UF and MF the same? It's not exactly the 15,000, right? I'm going to call that 13,500. But that's within spec, probably. But that means that if this one here is rated at 12,000 and it's given me 20,000, there's something fishy going on with that. So I'm going to replace this capacitor after all, just to be sure. I'll just find out what. I think you can change the voltage, no problem. You can up the voltage, but I don't think you want to mess with the farads too much, so I am going to change this out. I'll find out what is the correct one, and then I can turn on this machine and blow stuff up. All right, let's do that. All right, well, thought I'd bring you along for the little update to the capacitor here. Can you see that? That is a 10,000 UF, 25 volt, I believe. I got it already. You know what? Surprisingly and luckily, it actually is the same base as this one, so it's screwed perfectly into this bracket. And I'm not going to unscrew it because this nut is right against the bracket and not exactly easy. And the head of the screw is obstructed, so I had to torque that a little bit to get it free. And I'm not going to unfree it again to show you the capacitor, sorry, but I will show you just the process here for fun, just for something to do. Now they use this ground wire here, which is a small gauge or a small like diameter wire, and this positive one, it's really thick. You think it would go the other way around. A nice big thick ground wire. Where'd my everything go? Okay, what I'm going to do also is give these terminals a little bit of a spritzing. That should make for a good solid connection. Tin up these wires. Yeah, come on. But did I even test this capacitor? I know I have in the past, but I don't think I actually tested this cap. Let's give it a quickie, because we can. Alright, turn this on. Negative is over here. Positive is over here. I'm going to guess this reads around 85 or 9. There it is. Oh, look at that. 10,000. Can you see that? No, you can't. So that reads perfectly. Good. So I checked Pin Wiki, and it says that you can replace that capacitor from anywhere from a 6800 UF to a 12,000 UF. I don't actually know what originally was in there. but this was the 12,000 plus or minus 20%. So at 20,000, that's still out of spec. So I'm probably just going to throw this guy in the Garbaggio. Maybe save those screws for if I end up having another one of these caps. Okay, so I tinned the wires. Capacitor's good. Did I add some solder to this yet? I don't think I did. You know, one channel I've been watching a lot of lately, and I've watched them on and off for a while, but Joe's Classic Arcades. Joe's Classic Video Games, I think it's called. Now, if you're into any pinball YouTube stuffs, then you've probably already heard of him. I've never really reached out or commented, I don't think, but that guy knows his stuff. When it comes to reading schematics, he's got me lost. When it comes to diagnosing boards and tracing logic issues and stuff like that, it is beyond my pay grade. It's definitely great to try and learn some of that stuff, but it just makes me realize more and more that if I have complex board issues, I will send them out to my guy who knows 10 million times more than I do. And that is Brent Butler. Shout out. He is the guy to go to. Okay, so, boom. That operation is now successful. And I think it's time to, should we turn it on right now? Is there anything left to do? I always feel like I'm missing something. Here's the volume. Well, not like you can really see what's going on now anyway, but not like we'll have any sound, but there's the volume. Just make sure it's not cranked. What happens if I just turn this on right now? Should we do that? Live on the shenanigans? Is it even plugged in? I shouldn't be. I don't think I would have done that. I'm not that crazy. Okay. Here's the problem. I do not know if the switch is in the on or off position. So when I plug this in, is it on or is it off? Let's, oh, it's a button style. And it's like, I have no clue. It's just like pushes in and up. So I don't know what is on and what is off. What is off. So what I'm going to do is plug this in. You let me know if you see anything blow up, okay? Because this cabinet is completely untested. It came in a skid full of cabinets. So who knows if the transformer is going to friggin' explode up through my ceiling into the second floor. I have no clue. Okay, I'll let you know. I got you on my mic so you can hear me good. Gotta grab my power bar. Oh, I gotta switch on my power bar so I can use that too. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Come on. There we go. We're in. We're live. Okay, I don't think I hear a transformer humming. So the power might actually be off. Hey, you know, we could test that theory. I could just hit the switch, but oh no, forget it. I was going to plug in my soldering iron into the service outlet and then turn my soldering iron on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn it on from the cabinet. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing. That's good. Good news. We could try and measure some voltage off the transformer, maybe. Maybe that'll tell us whether stuff is working or not. Right off the transformer should be AC voltage, right? So, let's see. Do I go to ground and then to the lug? You know what? I probably should know exactly what I'm doing before I do it, but I think I just put one on ground and one on the lug. Let's see, what do we got? I don't see anything. So that says nothing. So you know what? I'm gonna try one more thing. Let's do it the other way. Unplug my There's probably 10,000 ways I could do this, but I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to plug in my soldering iron, because I get a pretty light that tells me whether it's on or off. Okay, we're plugged in. Let's see. Ah, it's off. Okay, now when I turn on the machine, that light should come on. Okay, here we go. What's happening? Neither position turns the machine on. Okay. No light on my soldering iron. Now, let's hit the switch again. And no light on my soldering iron. So that means something, the main fuse, I checked that. So, the main fuse is right here, okay? I have checked that. It's 5 amps low blow, and it was, I believe I tested it. Or the service outlet is just not working. Or what? Something in the whatchamacallit box. That's the line filter. Maybe something's messy over there. Okay, well, I think I'm going to explore a little further, and I'll report back and let you know what I find out. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I've fallen further into this black hole. So, I am not getting any power anywhere. But I did notice, so I must be getting power. Didn't I just say I wasn't getting power? This fuse here, F1, was blown. Which is, apparently, speech and sound power supply. So I don't see how that would take down the entire machine. But I've tested it without that fuse in there, and I don't get any voltages on the fuses. They're all, for the most part, AC voltages. The F8 is DC. The rest are AC. So I just put my meter on one side of the fuse and expect to see voltage there, but not getting any. So why is that? I rechecked the main fuse here. I'm a little stumped, so I posted something in the pinball repair help group. I looked on PinWiki, I didn't really see anything. I did a quick Google search and checked Pinside. I didn't investigate too deep, but maybe I'll get some good answers and be able to figure this out. You would think it would be something simple. Maybe I should replace that fuse and try again. Anyway, so on to Skateball for the time being. Now again, the issue was that the drop target basically just went up so high that it couldn't drop back down on itself. So I can't really replicate that. On older Bally's, there's an arm that moves up and down, and it hits the top of that groove there. And that groove gets longer and longer over time, and that is what causes the drop target to go up too high and get kind of stuck. This is a more modern version, so that is not the issue here. So I don't know exactly what the issue is, but what I'm going to do that may help is I'm just going to take the spring here. It actually, like, this is pretty darn tight, and this is really floppy compared. Let's go in here. You can clearly see that the tension here is pretty good, tension here is pretty good. This is really, you see how the threads or windings are much closer to each other than over here. So it looks like in the past I might have tightened these springs already when I rebuilt all these. So I'm going to tighten this spring, and I think that'll probably solve the issue. It's only happened once since I've had it. Matt said it happened once at League. when he had it. So I think that's going to solve that problem. So I'm going to do that and then keep plugging away. All right, there we go. Cut the spring a little shorter and made a new hook on the end, and it is more similar to its neighbors on the left. Neighbors on the right are a little bit wimpy, but they've never been an issue, so I think that should do Skateball. So now I'm going to move on to Hurricane, see if I can fix that up kicker or recreate the issue, and inspect the up kicker from underneath and check it out and see what I can find. Okay, so on Hurricane here, investigated this very thoroughly just to make sure it's all fine and dandy. And I found it to be fine and dandy. Then I thought, dandy. Then I thought I would test it out and see if it was behaving as it should, and it was. What wasn't behaving perfectly was the other side. So this is the one that was being a bit of an issue. So the ball fires from this kicker and then lands into this saucer, and then this kicks it out. So sometimes the ball was not kicking out all the way and kind of bouncing back into the saucer, and then it would have to fire again. So the mechanism is free and clear. There's no obstruction. I just kind of changed the angle of the little fork here. I just give it a little adjustment. That's probably all it is just, I was trying to remove my flashlight and it was coming with a little surprise. Magnetized. Okay, so I think that is all that is a little minor adjustment. Now it could be from below, it could be from up top. Here is the area right in there. So this gate, it's nice and free and clear. That rubber looks fine and dandy. I don't think the ball's catching on that. So let's throw the ball in there and just take a peek. And actually, if we start the game with the ball in there, it's probably going to try and just kick it out to clear out the balls, and then we can kind of test it. There we go. Let's just rinse and repeat. Do that a few times. Okay, we'll do this like 10 times and see. I'm juggling balls in the juggler. Look at this. Wait, I gotta zoom out, show my juggling skills. Okay, zoom out. This is how to juggle balls in the juggler. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Get back in there. Yeah, how do you like that? Juggling the juggler. Take that, juggler. Okay, so just that minor adjustment seems to be behaving just fine and dandy now, right? Hasn't failed yet, so I think that's all that was, but time will tell. Oh, I lost one of my balls, lost my juggling skills. Now ball search is going to kick in because I can't trigger it quick enough. But you know, it doesn't always come out of there perfectly clean, and I can see how occasionally it might not make it, but you know, if I have to readjust something, I will. But right now, seems to be good. So I'm not going to fix something that's not broken. I think that is good. So I'll just do a bunch more play testing and see what happens there. What else was on the list? Johnny Mnemonic. All right, we got to lube up that hand. So I'll pull off the glass and then we'll do that. Okay, I got poked by Hurricane as I was taking off the lock bar. Turns out this screw had a really sharp edge to it and tried to slice me and dice me, so I took my Dremel to it, put an end to that, and was playing a couple test games, and I just not really satisfied with the plunge. It goes around the ramp, but not with authority. I want a little more authority. So I was checking the like different spring strengths. Here's like a Marco spring set, really cheap price for this whole 6-piece set. And I think red is the strongest. Green is what was in there. But red is really strong, and I'm thinking this might be part of the problem. Here's the barrel spring that was on there. It's a 1 inch. And here is the one I'm going to stick in there now, 3/4 inch. That means that I get an extra 1/4 inch worth of throw on the plunge. I think that might be enough. So I'm going to reassemble with brand new 3/4 inch barrel spring and see if that gives me a much authoritative plunge. Oh, and you know what? While I've got it apart, let's put in a brand new one. I think between those two things, we should be in business. Alright, check this out. Feels pretty good. Let's find out if it plunges pretty good. Alright, let's see if I like this better. Yep, I already like it better. It was like kind of just barely getting over the apex there, right in the middle. It was like, just kind of taking her time. This, yeah, now that is more like it. Okay, put in a new 1/2 amp slow blow into that spot there, and I'm going to turn on the machine just for fun and see if it blows. That will kind of give me an indication if I'm getting power or not too, right? Okay, oh wait, yeah. Okay. For whatever reason, it's not blowing, so that's good news. Or it just means I'm not getting any power. Okay, this was meant to be for the pinball repair help group, but may make its way into the shenaniganders because it's really not useful information. Alright, so I did get some advice on pinball repair help group, and they basically said, you know, check the main power cord and the line filter connections. So I thought I would do that. So what I did was hooked up my multimeter to one of the prongs of the plug and put it in continuity. So if I got continuity, I don't got continuity. Let's try that again. If I get continuity, you're supposed to hear a beep. Okay, so where are we? Now, red. I'm all entangled here. If I get continuity, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a beep, trust me. So then the power cord comes in here and then goes to the line filter, and there's basically 2 lugs underneath here. So I just find out which lug. I think my alligator clip kind of fell off there. Okay, which lug makes a beep right now? Not getting any beep. What happened? Okay. Alright, I'm just not making good. There it is. Okay. You hear that? So that means the plug is good, because this is the plug here. Goes all the way from here to there. Now we go to the other side, and then it goes to the other side, and it beeps. There's a beep. Now I can follow that through, go up there, which I did, then in this connector on this side, and then this connector on that side. That's how I traced the continuity. So now I follow these wires all the way back, follow the path. They go all the way right here. Then this one wire goes out to here, right into the transformer. The other wire travels along, goes all the way over here. And it is like blue purple. So there's blue purple. Comes over here. Then it goes into the fuse holder. Then it goes from the fuse holder to the power switch. And the power switch to the service outlet. The service outlet, I believe, goes to this lug of the transformer. So, starting to investigate these guys to see if there's a failure point somewhere. And this is what I have determined. Now, I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but yeah, maybe I can. I'll just get some alligator assistance. I'm hoping that this is not a false negative. So there. One side of the fuse clip. And fuse holder. Oh, that's connected still to my plug. Okay, now I should get a beep, right? As long as the continuity is good and my fuse isn't blown, that should be giving me a beep. But it's giving me nothing. So I am starting to suspect the fuse holder itself is the culprit. So I think I might be onto something here. I probably have a new one in one of the parts cabinets. Otherwise, maybe I can clean the inside and kind of pull on the springs. Whoa, where is? Because inside there's a spring on the top and a spring on the bottom, I think. And then inside here, see that spring? Maybe if I tinker with those, clean them up, stretch them out, maybe I can make contact. I don't know that I would trust that long term, but there's a little bit of crust in there. But I think that is, right now, that has the prime suspect. So let me investigate further and see if I can get that going. Okay, so what I did was remove the lid. I'm not going to remove it again because I can't put it back on one-handed. And I cleaned the inside of it, that spring, with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. And I was trying to stretch the spring, and I actually pulled the little spring right out. So a conical spring, and looks like it's okay to come out. Gave it a little stretch, stuck it back in there. Then with the fuse holder removed, I cleaned the inside also with rubbing alcohol. Then I reinstalled the fuse. And the moment I did that, I heard a little song that went a little something like this. Boom. 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 So we now have continuity. So let's very carefully, maybe it was so close it arced and caused that one fuse to blow or something like that. I don't know, but I think let's go to AC voltage on the meter. And okay, we're gonna do this again live. I'm gonna plug this guy in, and I have a feeling it's gonna work this time. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's plug it in. Just kidding. I'm not that shenanigans, although pretty close. Okay, what is this orange cord? That goes to, I would like to, okay. This power bar is actually off, so, wait a minute. Is that okay? Oh, yeah. Okay, orange plug is my fridge. That's why it's not into that orange one, not this orange one. That's why it's in directly, because I don't want to accidentally turn off my fridge and warm off my beers. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn on this switch. I don't know if the machine is on or not, but let's look for some explosions. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Wait, let's watch that top fuse and see if it blows. Okay, keep an eye on that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far nothing. Do I hear any transformer? I don't think so. Okay, let's turn on the power from here. I'm a little scared, but again, okay, I'm reaching under the machine. I'm going to turn it on. Let's watch that top fuse and see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Okay, fuse didn't blow. So, question is, do we have voltage? Alright, so I'm in AC on my meter here. I don't think I can do this all that well with one hand. Here, maybe I can. Clip this onto ground somehow. That's kind of loosely on ground. Now I just need the red guy to get over here without messing with my green guy. I'm gonna have to zoom out here so we can see everything. Okay, so I'm expecting that there should be voltage at the fuse. Come on, baby. 7.31 volts. That is on F2, and F2 is supposed to be 10 volts, so that's probably okay. Let's go to the F3. 83 volts. What is F3? F3 is display is supposed to be 60 volts. Okay, F4 is 25 volts. Let's see what we got here. 18 volts. All right, we fixed it. Yay us. We just moved up a notch on the shenanigander ladder. Boom. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. Probably added up to being fairly lengthy, but welcome back. I know it's been a little while, but that's just according to my crazy post everyday schedule. It's all relative. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.